Dazn is the #1 WBC. And how are you, Jason?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I see you ruffled some feathers today up there, man. The Donaires thought they had an agreement, and all of a sudden you ruffled the feathers.
There was no ruffle. Well, we didn't intend to ruffle feathers. We're not trying to avoid the fight or anything. We want the fight 100%, and we've made that clear. I don't know why they got a little bit upset about that, what Don Majeski was demanding, but we're happy either way. As long as the fight happens and I get my chance to achieve my dream and become world champion, then we're happy.
For sure. I think it was more about you wanting to be elevated, so obviously that's going to switch the splits. If you become full champion.
I think he said we're still happy with the 50-50 split. So, yeah, that's what I mean.
So if you would have been elevated, you're saying if you would have been elevated, you would have negotiated a 50-50 split?
Yeah.
Okay, but technically the champion gets a higher percentage. So that's where their nerves came in, I'm assuming. But you also represented your brother, man. Tell us a little bit about that, because so many fighters don't come to these meetings. So many fighters don't know that you can gain favor or you can lose favor. You can go up in the rankings or you can be dropped from the rankings.
Yeah.
So tell us exactly what it is that you petitioned for your brother.
Well, my brother unfortunately couldn't be here. He really wanted to, but he just had a new baby girl only a couple of weeks ago.
Congratulations to him.
Yeah, so he's at home spending time with his new girl. But Pedro Guerrero, I don't know if I'm not pronouncing that correctly, but he went up and asked for an eliminator with my brother. And mate, me and my brother, we only want the big fights and the hard fights, and we both just want to be world champions. So, of course, I went up there and said my brother would absolutely love that fight. And he'll beat him, and then he'll get his chance to become world champion too. And hopefully, sometime next year, me and Andrew will both have the green and gold belt around our waist.
That would be amazing to have two brothers being both WBC champions at the same time. It's kind of like the Charlos.
Yeah.
So when do you go back?
I'm going back on Friday. Yeah.
Back to Australia?
Back to Australia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you have anything lined up other than this?
Nah.
Nothing?
No.
So you're just going to wait for next year? Because I'm hearing this may happen March, right? Early next year?
Yeah, early next year, hopefully. I only fought 4 weeks ago and beat the WBC #2 in the final eliminator. And I'd love to fight as soon as possible, but you know how it works. I knew he's going to probably vacate in December. So if we can get the fight organised for, say, February or March, then that's great. And, yeah, I can't wait for it. I'll be back home and back in the gym straight away.
Where are you thinking that'll end up?
I honestly don't mind. I just want the fight to happen. And if I could get the fight in Australia, I would love that. Not because of any advantages or anything, just because I'd love the opportunity to achieve my dream in front of my family and my friends and everyone who's supported me since day one. But, look, if the fight's in America or anywhere else around the world, then I couldn't care. I just can't wait for the fight.
All right. Well, Jason, man, I want to thank you. Obviously, please let our audience know where they can follow you at.
Yeah, follow me at Jason Moloney on Instagram and Facebook, or at Jason Moloney1 on Twitter. And, yeah, hopefully some big, exciting fights for me coming up, so I'd love your support.
All right. Well, Jason, man, thank you once again. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Jason Moloney, your #1 in the WBC.
Thanks, mate.
All right. So we're going to get Carlos Adames on here in just a bit, and it looks like we'll have... Family, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Help us get to that 1 million subscribers. We're on the road to 1 million. And obviously, we have other great content on our Patreon channel. So since this video is over, head on over to our Patreon and check out all the exclusive content, or right here on our YouTube members.